Guys, things are really happening in this country. You see this UK that we are in, a lot of things are going on. I'm going to give you guys this gist about a certain young man that recently moved to the UK and has almost landed himself into trouble. I'm not just going to say this story for the sake of it. I'm going to tell it so that, as usual, you learn a thing or two from it and avoid these same mistakes, okay? Now, there's this young man that I know who recently just moved into the UK and has started driving in the UK. Obviously, if you are new to the UK, you can actually drive with your license, your driving license gotten outside the UK. You can use that to drive in the UK for the first 12 months, right? So he had to get a car and started driving like almost immediately he got into the UK. Of course, with his driving license gotten from outside the UK, which is valid in the UK for the first 12 months, right? Yeah, this guy has been driving in the UK, doing his thing and has been fine. And when the 12 months was about to elapse, he called back home for them to renew that license so that he could use it again in the UK. I don't know where he got that information from, but obviously that is impossible because automatically his driving license is invalid. Once that 12 months elapsed, you can no longer use it in the UK. In fact, you are expected to get your UK's driving license, right? Yeah, he actually got it renewed and felt like he could continue driving in the UK with that license he got from outside the UK, right? So guys, the interesting part of this story is that about 2 months after that his driving license has expired, after the 12 months period has elapsed, he was trying to drive out of a car park, and then an old woman actually bashed his car. The police got involved. They had to ask for all his documents, his driving license, insurance company and everything. And guess what? It was discovered that he didn't have a valid UK driving license, and that automatically invalidates his insurance. So that was double trouble for him, driving without a license, a valid driving license, and driving a car that didn't have a valid insurance, right? So now the police has sent him a letter. Do you know the details of this letter? I'm going to share with you guys everything and more into this video, so please stick around with me while we dive right into it. You guys are welcome to my channel. My name is Tochi. Please like this video if you get value from it, share it to everyone that will benefit from it. So all my returning subscribers, you guys are welcome back. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly do so, because I share content on how you can move to the UK, life in the UK and all the good stuff. So please consider sticking around with me. Before I continue, guys, I'd love to introduce you all to the sponsors of today's video, Marshmallow Insurance. Marshmallow is all about providing access to affordable quality car insurance for expats and migrants. So if you're new to the UK, Marshmallow makes car insurance one less thing to worry about. So amidst all the challenges that comes with moving and settling in a new country, car insurance shouldn't be one of them. So you can channel your energy to other things. People who recently moved to the UK used to pay up to 45% more for their car insurance than their UK-born friends, simply because most insurers only care about the experience you gain here. That is, experience you gain driving here after you have moved into the UK, right? But with Marshmallow, they count all your driving experience to give you a much fairer price. So they actually consider all the experience you have driving even outside the UK. So if you've been driving in India, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, anywhere in the world, basically, they can give you the same experience-based discounts as everyone else in the UK. So you can actually say goodbye to being priced as a new driver and spend more on the things that really matter. So with Marshmallow, you can get a fairer quote on your car insurance based on all your driving experience. Not only do they count all your years of driving in the UK and abroad, they also give you extra discounts for the years you drove without making a claim. Plus, they cover any license for up to 12 months, no matter where it's from. So with Marshmallow, you can save up to 45% as a UK newcomer. You can get help when you need it the most, whether it's an emergency or not. They have a live chat support open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 247 phone line for new claims and accident support. So be in control with added flexibility to build the cover you want. You can have access to your cover every year and only pay for what you need. So guys, they have flexible payments plan. You can spread the cost with smaller monthly payments. Choose your own payment dates, like the exact date that you want the money to be taken from your account, and get extra help when you need it. So guys, I really recommend Marshmallow Insurance to you all. I'm going to leave all their links, details and contacts in the description box so you can easily reach out to them. Now guys, back to the video. As I was saying, guys, the police now sent him a letter. You're going to see the letter on the screen, and that was when I got to know about this. By the way, I have his permission to share this just so that my audience can learn from it. So in summary, he was asked to either accept the conditions they were offering him or go to court. So he was asked to pay £300 and he would automatically get 6 points on his driving license, right? And then for the driving license, should you currently not hold a driving license issued by the DVLA in the UK, you should complete the license details and the country of issue. Your license will be returned to you endorsed with obligatory penalty point 6. Okay, so he will automatically get 6 points on his license. That is the one he doesn't even have, because obviously at this point he did not have a valid UK driving license. Remember that the one he had already expired. He could not use this anymore after 12 months in the UK. So if he didn't want to do that, then he also had the option of going to court. So yeah, that was it for him. He actually went with the first option and now he's good. He has done all that he's been asked to do and he's now in the process of getting his UK driving license. So please, if you just moved to the UK trying to drive in the UK, just make sure you follow the procedures. Yes, you can drive with the license you've gotten from outside the UK just for 12 months. After 12 months, in fact, before the 12 months elapses, you should start working towards getting your UK driver's license, okay? Because I've just told you guys this story and the mistake this guy made. According to him, he didn't really know the right things to do. He was actually ignorant, but you know that ignorance is not an excuse. So let me just run you guys through the rules of driving in the UK quickly. So if you just moved to the UK and somehow you want to start driving, maybe because your job actually requires you to drive, or just for family's sake, it's more convenient for you to drive, whichever reason it is, or you just want to drive a car in the UK, then you should follow the right procedure, okay? So first of all, like I mentioned earlier, you can drive in the UK with a driver's license obtained from outside the UK for the first 12 months. People argue that you need an international driver's license. No, I don't know where they got that from. You can basically drive in the UK with any driver's license you got from outside the UK. So while you're doing that, before that license expires, before the expiration of that 12 months, you should begin to work on getting your UK driver's license, okay? So firstly, to do that, you should get a provisional driving license. You need that to actually begin your driving journey in the UK. So you can go on the UK government website, fill up all the forms, you know, submit the documents they need and pay about £34 for that, and they will send the license to your home address. The next thing is you need to book and take your theory test, right? You need to take that test, you know, to be able to get your full driving license in the UK. And I recommend the DVSA theory test kits. You can, you know, read and study for your test with that and you'll be good to go. Book your test ahead of time, learn all the road signs, hazard perception and all that, and you're good to go. If you actually study very well, then you wouldn't have any issue passing your theory tests. You then need to book and pass your practical test, right? This is a driving test where you would have to drive with an examiner sitting beside you for about 40 to 45 minutes. And if you're done, they will decide whether you pass or not. And if you pass, then you'll be given your full UK driving license, okay? You should also consider getting a driving instructor, someone that would coach you and just put you through with all the UK signs on how to drive in the UK to the UK standard. That would help you. Even if you've been driving outside the UK and you feel that you're a good driver, I would also advise that you get an instructor, like a driving instructor, to put you through. So just take 1 or 2 mock tests so that you can actually prepare yourself and know that you're driving to the UK standard before going for your test. And if you have not been driving outside the UK before coming to the UK, you don't have a license, then obviously you will need an instructor, a driving instructor, to put you through, teach you how to drive in the UK. And please keep enough money for that, because it's actually not cheap, okay? You will spend so much money trying to drive in the UK. I'm speaking from experience. Some of them take £70 for 2 hours lessons and all that. So look around your city, ask for instructors that are good, but make sure you keep your money, keep the money you would need for all these lessons, and you're good. You would need so many hours of driving lessons before you be prepared, or before they can actually take you for your driving test, because most of these instructors really want you to pass when they take you for this test. So if they feel you're not ready, they wouldn't take you. So you will need to take as many lessons as possible until they deem you ready for an exam or for the driving test before they can actually take you. So please keep your money ready. Alternatively, if you have somebody, maybe your spouse, who has held a UK driving license for 3 years, that person can actually teach you how to drive. You might not need an instructor in that instance. Now guys, you know we can't really talk about driving cars in the UK without talking about car tax. So if you're basically driving a petrol car in the UK, you would have to pay car tax, right? And the tax you pay on each car depends on the emission, but it's very easy to find out the tax on a car. Just copy the plate number and impute on the government website, then you will find out how much you'd have to pay on car tax. And then insurance, you must insure your car in the UK. You should put all these things into consideration when you're thinking about buying a car. How much you pay for your car insurance depends on so many factors: the brand or type of the car, your years of experience, your postcode, if you've had any claim on insurance before, and so many other factors. So you should put all those things into consideration as well. And if you're new to the UK, you would have to pay a higher insurance, and this is where Marshmallow comes in. Marshmallow Insurance, I talked about in the beginning of this video. They're here to give you a fair deal on your car insurance as a newcomer in the UK. There's also MOT, basically roadworthiness. You just have to take your car for MOT every year just to show that your car is worthy to be on the road. That is the summary of what that means, okay? But if it's a new car, then for the first 3 years, you don't have to worry about MOT. But every other car has to go for MOT, but it's just once every year. If you're also looking at buying a car in the UK for the first time, we should also be looking at anywhere from £1,000 because it's becoming really expensive buying cars in the UK these days. So manual cars are really cheaper than automatic cars. So if you're going for an automatic car, then you should prepare to pay more. And if you're going for a newer car, you should pay more as well because older cars are cheaper. So you should also consider either paying cash for your car or financing the car. You could do PCP or hire purchase or any other option you know that would be better for you and your financial circumstances, okay? So yeah, that is it for driving in the UK for the first time, owning a car, insuring your car, car tax, and everything around driving as a first timer, as an immigrant in the UK. It's very important that you know all these things. So it's good to actually know the rules of driving so that you don't make the same mistake that this young man that we discussed earlier made, okay? So yeah, I hope this video helps. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye bye.